brothers, the Emperor protects!
Anybody else getting Cyberpunk 2077 vibes? Because I'm getting Cyberpunk 2077 vibes. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Asmogan and today I want to do, basically this is going to be a generally quick news video, but before, we get into it, I do want to note that yes, this is a 40k channel, and yes, I have a huge leaning towards the actual tabletop, to the lore. But if you've been on the channel for any period of time, and you're not a new sub, you already know this, but for the newer subs that have been coming in lately, I do also talk about the video games. I do also stream and play 40k video games on this channel. I used to do general gaming on the channel, but that switched since I switched back to a 40k focus on this one, and moved all the general gaming outside of, the 40k sphere, and, Warhammer sphere, to my gaming channel, which, feel free to check that out. I have a link in the description. And there's also a link on the channel page. Now, that little self-promotion aside, yes, we got an update today from the DARKTIDE crew, from Fatshark, the developers of Vermintide 2, and DARKTIDE, sorry. And, yeah, we got some news. So, yeah. Yeah, they've delayed it. They've delayed it. There's not much else to say other than that. They delayed it. Here we are. This is such a bad sign. Now, listen. I know a lot of people are going to bring this up. A lot of people are going to defend this and jump on it. And listen, all the negatives I'm about to say, all of them, like 100% of the negatives I'm about to say, I will happily eat crow. If it turns out it was all my, my worries and all that this tells me is wrong, and it ends up being like they did need that time, and it was just to refine an already great core that they got going. If the game comes out in November and it's perfect, and we have next to no bugs, I'll eat crow and I'll happily play it on live stream, and I'll happily apologize to the devs live. But my hype is dead. My hype is dead. I'm sorry, but I got burnt so hard with Cyberpunk, and I'm seeing similar signs with DARKTIDE. DARKTIDE, we've seen gameplay footage. We've seen them play like 30-minute plus segments, but even in the segments, I've seen people like GameSpot play and stuff like that. I noticed that there were some audio bugs in it. There was even in the curated press footage of the game, I'd noticed some little, and it could have been the recording process on GameSpot side, or some of the other people who've gotten early access to play certain missions and levels that they've shared on media. But in some of those videos, I encourage everybody to go check them out. Go look them on YouTube and listen carefully. There's some audio bugs. There's no visual bugs that I can recall, but there were definitely audio ones. And again, that's curated footage from press. That's supposed to be the best, the best of the best the game has to offer. And, yeah, I even saw signs in that concerned me, but I chose to put it aside. I was like, they confidently said, okay, we're going to release it this date. We're set to go. And, I think like most people, it was hype, if I recall correctly, it was supposed to release in September, I believe. But yeah, they've delayed it to now, November 30th. And I will read out the whole community thing here. But I do want to say, from the get-go, I am going into this with negatives. I'm worried. I'm genuinely... At this point, I see this as going to be Cyberpunk 2077, but 40k edition. When this game comes out, I'm not expecting it to be optimized. I'm not expecting it to be refined. I'm not expecting it to function. I have not pre-ordered it. I don't really pre-order games anymore. I got burnt on the last 2 times I pre-ordered with any kind of confidence. And generally, it's just a bad practice to do pre-orders. But yeah, this was a game I had considered doing it. But I resisted, and I'm very glad I resisted. And now I don't know if I'll be getting the game on release. I might, because I'm a content creator, and it would be a good idea for the channel and a good idea to just show you guys who are interested in buying it firsthand, is this game, functional? Will it work on a general person's PC? Was that couple month longer delay, did that fix it? Whatever issues they're currently experiencing. But, I don't know, I'm debating. I really don't want to buy it up front, because I don't want to, I'm sick and tired of devs doing this crap. everyone's gonna bring up that old quote, you know, like a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad, something like that. I remember that's like the general quote. Honestly, I'm not even sure that's true anymore. Like, that might have been true back in the day when they like delayed once or twice. But like devs lately, if they're not straight up doing an open like early access game, and they are trying to do an official 1.0 release, they end up delaying the game like 6 or 7 times. And then when it does still eventually come out, the game is still shit. And I'm sick of this crap. Like the modern, and the thing is, Fatshark aren't even, I don't think anyway, they would constitute as a AAA developer. I think they're AA. But like I'm sick and tired of us, the gaming industry and the gamers being okay with this. Like, I was very forgiving with Cyberpunk with how many times that got delayed, and that was still an FU to everybody. So I don't know. At this point, a delay does not mean it's going to be good anymore. And a delay at this point tells me that there's something so fundamentally bad that companies that would release it, even if it was only marginally playable, won't release it because it's not even marginally playable. Like, that's what this tells me. It doesn't tell me that they're trying to actually refine the game. They're just trying to make it so they don't get sued for false advertisement. I don't know. That's my general attitude going into this. So let me read the announcement. And again, that's my opinion. Everybody who's watching, formulate your own. You know, if you're somebody who hasn't felt as burned as me and other people when it comes to the whole delay game at this point, and you do have hope for this, please continue to have that hope. I'm not here to tell you guys, be doomers. I'm not here to black pill anybody and say, fucking give up on this game. Don't you dare buy it. Don't you dare No, do what you want. It's your money. But for me, personally, this is a red flag. Like, a really big red flag. But anyway, from Fatshark, an update on DARKTIDE to our community. Today we decided to delay the launch of Warhammer 40,000 DARKTIDE to November 30th for PC. Xbox Series X/S will launch shortly after PC with a specific launch date to come. Delaying a game is perhaps one of the most difficult decisions a developer faces, and one we are not excited about making. I bet. Still, we hope this speaks to our commitment to taking the time necessary to doing whatever it takes to get you the best possible game. In a post-Cyberpunk gaming sphere, I'm sorry, Fatshark, and again, I'll eat crow. I will happily admit I was fucking wrong. If on November 30th, game launches, and it fucking is refined and smooth as butter, I will go on stream, and I will be like, guys, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I went doomer before it came out. My bad. Sorry, Fatshark. This game is glorious. Buy it now. Like, I'll do that. But as I'm standing here, well, sitting here really, that's not the vibe I'm getting. I'm not very hopeful. But yeah, and doing whatever it takes to get you the best possible game. While we have been humbled by the great feedback on the game so far, we also need more time to improve stability, performance, and to mature key systems. Each is critical to making sure we have the best possible experience for you, the players. We also want to invite you on this journey. Soon we will start a series of technical tests and betas in advance of our launch to ensure we deliver the best version of the game. If you'd like to participate, you can sign up for a chance at darktide.live/signup. Thank you for all the excitement and appreciation you have shown us thus far. It really does mean the world to us. Martin Walland. I apologize if I mispronounce your name, Martin. My apologies. CEO and co-founder. Now, I will give them this credit. They, at the very least, I don't know to what extent or like when these technical tests and betas are going to happen. If they happen like November 25th, then that doesn't mean very much. They didn't give us a date when they plan to start doing those tests. But that is better than just a raw delay where they don't like this is like we're extending it to this date, and then they more or less from there just apologize for the delay. But at the very least, they're also offering like hey, we're delaying it because of technical issues, but we're willing to let people beta test it and see what we mean by technical issues, what we mean by performance delays, what we mean by this. And assuming that there's no like you know, NDA, like anyone who gets into the test is like you're not allowed to talk about it till launch day. As long as they don't do any shady shit like that and people are free to talk about the beta tests before the game launches, that is a purely good thing, and that does win a lot of good faith back from someone like myself who is very downtrodden by this delay. But that's still not enough for me to take back what I'm saying. Like, I'm not as enthusiastic as I was before. Like, delays don't mean what they did. Betas don't even mean what they meant like 10 years ago. Now all these terms have been they've been spread so thin, like too much butter, too little butter over too much bread. Like, these terms used to mean something. When they did a beta, it was like 6 months before the game release. When they did an alpha, it was like a year or two out from the game's release. That's not what it is anymore. Now it's like a last minute, like, okay, what is the launch experience gonna be? This is like, they're not gonna fix anything. This is just, okay, we're getting a preview of the backlash we're gonna get in small doses. That's what a beta test fucking is now. And delays don't mean that it just needs to be fixed up. Delays mean they're in such a fucked up state right now that they can't even excuse launching it. And they excuse a lot of shitty launches. So you can only imagine how unfunctioning the game is right now. So, I don't know. Like, I don't like being doomer. I don't like being a pessimist. I really don't. But when it comes to this, I really don't like seeing this trend continue. I don't like seeing devs continue to delay shit left and right. I don't like last minute beta tests. And again, hopefully this isn't going to be a last minute one. Maybe they start up nearly immediately and it's just again, just no NDAs. Like, let it be entirely transparent. Like, what's wrong and what's the reason for the delay. In this, they're not being 100% transparent. Like, they're just giving general statements like, oh, it's like, well, it's performance issues and stuff like that. Stability, mature key systems, great. What does that mean? Give us, like, a write-out. Maybe make a video. Maybe they have. I haven't looked around too much. I'll check their YouTube. But they're not, like, I'm that in and of itself, like, just more transparency. Let the customer know where you guys are. Like, I don't see why that's such a, like, why no company does that other than shady reasons. It's like, give us specifics. I don't know. I am personally black-pilled, but what do you all think? That's more important than what I think. I'm one individual on the internet with one opinion. What about you guys? In the comment section below, voice them. And no opinion is wrong on this one. Like, it's all speculation. The only time any of us are going to be found out wrong is when the game releases. And if I'm wrong, I'll happily announce it on stream. I'll rip my shirt off, wave it around, and go, I was fucking wrong, guys! But until then, I'm Doomer. I'm Doomer myself. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.